Hi, it's Warren Huart here. Hope you're doing marvellously well. Today what I'd like to do is talk about sort of a mix overview. I have described different elements of recording and mixing guitars and bass and keyboards, etc. Now I'm going to sort of give you an idea of how I make it fit in the mix. On the previous one, I actually talked about drums, and on this particular song, Apricot by Chase, I have mixed in loads of different drum samples, and it's not the typical way I do things, but what I like about this is that when I move between songs, if I've got the same drum package available, the same set of sounds, I can mix it and blend it in different ways. But let's talk about how we make a bass and the guitars sit with the drums. Please subscribe. Go to producelikeapro.com and sign up for the email list, and you'll get exclusive content. You can go to our Vimeo page and see all of the different behind-the-scenes stuff that we've done with different drums in different rooms, recording pianos, and of course you can download files to edit, and we're continually adding stuff to that. So please subscribe to producelikeapro.com. Okay, let's take a look at this. So we've got the beginning of the song. Let's have a listen.
Awake with the sunrise, light the stove.
Very straightforward. That is Chase's acoustic guitar here. And Tim Pierce played a little Mando part. His mandolin part is mirroring the acoustic. When we come up to the chorus here, I'm adding a second acoustic of Chase's. And the way that I've done the mix is, if you go to the acoustic here, it's pretty centered. It's not 20% over to the left. But then when it hits the chorus, it goes far left, and the second one comes in and goes far right. So it gives us width in the mix. Then there's two sets of acoustics that I played. One is an arpeggio, which is this one. The second is a driving eighth note. Together they create this. So that's the two Chase acoustics, the Tim mandolin, my arpeggio, and my driving acoustic. So let's hear what it sounds like coming out of the verse into the chorus.
You take me by surprise, scent of apricots and love.
Great, it's very sweet. Now there's two string lines going on here. There's a simple legato pedal tone going on in the verse.
You take
very small movement, but then the chorus comes in and again, legato. It means long, slow moving lines. Just to kind of, an overused word, but to pad it out a little bit. And then the staccato part, which comes in just on the chorus, helps drive it along. It's actually a beautiful part together. So we've got those two elements going on under the acoustics.
Gods and love, a summer sweet I'm dreaming of. Some might leave you on the vine.
And then the other elements are the lead vocal, of course.
Scent of apricots and love.
And I have a lot of different elements going on this. I have like a whisper track added to it. I've got a low octave. I've even got like a little distortion track. And those are all mixed together to create that vocal. You can go through and you can see all the different tricks that I've done. There's the vocal thickening trick, which I've talked about. Plus, I also printed a distorted delay track. It's pretty low, but it adds to the effect on the vocals.
A summer sweet I'm dreaming of.
Plus 2 harmonies and a double.
Scent of apricots and love.
Great. So third above and a straight double. So altogether, we have this in the chorus.
Scent of apricots and love.
Great. Now coming out of that first chorus, Tim comes in with a little funky line.
Try and catch a rainbow. Speed down south. Roll down the window. Hold your hand out. Center.
Now what I did there, which was interesting, 2 things. I've got a little chorusy kind of loop thing that I built. I put a delay on it. I mean a reverb on it, sorry. I put a reverb on it, which is... you can see I've got the mix at 22%, so it's not run on an auxiliary, it's actually on the track. It's quite heavily EQ'd. The actual sound itself was a print. Now what I did, I would have created that using, where's our dear friend? Instrument. What I like, there's Boom, which you can use, which has like the 808 sounds, but that's not that we're using on this one. A couple of different things I like. Vacuum is fantastic, but this would have been just Expand, which is one of the cheaper and easiest ones that you can get with Pro Tools. Expand. It's really good. I know guys that make incredible music that almost entirely build stuff with using the Expand. Okay, great. And then I've actually played a keyboard bass here.
Rainbow. Speed down south.
That was triggered by Expand as well. And to be honest, I originally did this with no live bass, played the whole thing with the keyboard bass, then added a live bass afterwards. It just, I felt like the acoustic guitar part was such a great feel that I wanted to mirror it with the bass line.
Scent of apricots. Fresh cut grass.
It's that following that acoustic line. Okay, great. So that basically continues as an addition of some more loop elements and the drums being a little bigger, not quite so EQ'd. Took out some of the mids there. That snare was a little aggressive for me. It was quite offensive in the mix. If I put all that 700 back in, it'd be... that snare would just like blow your head off. And what we're trying to do with this mix is, you know, where it comes to the end here where the live drums come in, is to have a nice slow building song. It's a beautiful song. It's got a great groove, and I didn't want to destroy it, you know, early on by putting like big drums in too early on. Okay, so yeah, after that second chorus, we go back to the bridge, live bass comes out, we go back to our programmed, you know, not programmed, key played on the, using Expand.
Hands locked as I watch the sunset. Towards it we will fly. Leave.
I just like that sponginess of the which you're not going to get with a live bass. It's nice to have that key sound, you know. And to be honest, you know, I love 70s funk. I love the groove, and anything that kind of gives me that feel is fantastic. So yeah, in this bridge, we're kind of...
Juliet to my Romeo, crossing under stars up in the sky.
We took out all the acoustics in there, and we're just relying... There's only organic elements of the mandolin there. And then everything else is programmed, is played, you know, on you. Great.
We will fly. Leave
So it's just Tim on mandolin and Tim playing funk guitar there. Back to a verse.
like the moonlight and let it shine. Wish you a good night.
Back to me playing bass, bit of Tim. And then last chorus is all the elements we've had in the second chorus, but with the addition of the drums.
Scent of apricots and love.
Well, marvellous. I hope that helped describe an anatomy of a mix. Please subscribe. Go to the email list at producelikeapro.com and you'll get a whole bunch of free exclusive video content. You also get some files you can download and edit. There's a bunch of songs that I'm steadily putting up that I've recorded that you're going to get to hear as well and get for free. Plus, we're going to be doing a lot more competition giveaways. Of course, we're doing the DMP one at the moment, but there'll be loads coming up. So anybody that's on the email list will always automatically be put in the draw. So thank you ever so much for watching. Please hit me up with any questions below. Would love to get into stuff. And also describe how you do things. And, let's make this a forum to share ideas because I learn from you as well. Thank you ever so much for watching and have a marvellous time recording.